Hold on. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Damaris on Damaris Corner. So before I begin this video, I want to give a big shout out to all those who showed me love in my previous videos. You guys are so amazing. Like, you guys give me the courage to continue this YouTube. And to my all subscribers, thanks so much. I love and appreciate you all. And if you're new on this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and on your notification bell, so immediately I upload a video, you're gonna get a notification. So guys, let's go straight into this video. It's a story time video. It's a part of my life. I decided to share this with you guys today because it's been almost 2 years now that I want to share you guys my delivery story, how I gave birth and how I went through everything. Like you all saw from my previous video, I explained to you one of the reasons why I left my home. I was actually packed out of the house. I was actually packed out of the house by, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to that story, but I was actually packed out of the house. So when I left, I moved into a safe home. Here in Finland, there's a system where if you have a problem with your husband or your boyfriend, or if you're being driven out of the house or packed out of the house, you can actually stay there. Especially if you're pregnant, they always try to give you somewhere safe and quiet where you can sit and think about it all and make your decisions and tell them what's your plan. So I was actually packed out of my house because of the reasons I told you guys in that video. Moving into a safe house, moving into a social home, I actually was so stressed up. I never believed I could find myself in a situation like that. I was feeling so bad about it because I never believed I could find myself in a situation like that, judging from the fact that I'm someone who has been independent, working so hard. Things independently from a young age, and getting married to me was something really it was something really big and something really, I could never imagine myself going back to that type of situation that I found myself in. So I became so stressed, asking myself a lot of questions, putting in a lot of regret, regretting why I even accepted this marriage, regretting why I came to Finland, regretting everything, like regretting why I left Dubai because I was in Dubai before, regretting why I left my businesses, regretting a lot of things that I don't know how this actually happened. My blood pressure was just kept going up, and I went to the hospital for a checkup, and the doctor said I have to buy a blood pressure machine just so I check my blood pressure all the time in the house and see how it's going, and then told the social workers to help me do that as well. So I bought the blood pressure machine and I was doing that, but everything was just getting worse and worse. Guys, I can't really explain this, but I could barely sleep. All my life was about thinking, like morning, afternoon, evening. So even when the doctor said I have to really slow down on my thinking and consider myself, my situation, it didn't just work. Like, sometimes I managed not to think, but I just found myself thinking and I couldn't do anything about it. And the last time we checked my blood pressure, it was so high that the social workers had to call the taxi. The taxi took me to the hospital. The doctor checked and the doctor said I couldn't go home anymore. I had to stay in the hospital, and then I started going through checks and everything. I had machines like on my stomach and on my hands, and everywhere because they were trying to check my blood pressure and trying to check the child, trying to check the saturation of the child and my saturation and my heartbeat and the child's heartbeat, all those things. They were trying to check them because they thought they could control the situation. But each day they kept asking me, how do I feel? And until this day, it was, I think, on the 8th, I think on the 8th, they asked me how I'm feeling. I told them I was having.
So guys, I've been here for 6 days now. 6 days I'm in the hospital and everything is just there. And I don't know what's up. And I just gotta be there. So, my baby making me going through a lot. Maybe this is what he wants me to go through for him, and I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it's not easy. But we gotta do what we gotta do. I love my baby so much. Daniel, can't wait to have you.
And I wasn't feeling very good, so they tried to check me, and then they told me that I have to go to the emergency room. They have to operate me. But when we got there, my blood pressure started going down again, so they thought, okay, this is better, they think it's better, so maybe we'll just leave it. Because the truth is, they always try to see the possibility for them to for the possibility for you to carry the child till your delivery date, or even almost your delivery date. So it's better the child's in there than the child's outside. But the next day, which was the 9th of December 2018, so they checked again, and they realized that no, this is going so much. I was feeling, I wasn't seeing very well. Like, if I'm seeing someone, it's blur, and my head was aching. My blood pressure was so high, like so high. The doctor had to call for an emergency. This is a very hard time for me. It's a very hard time. My eyes are dizzy. You can't see well. The head. Machines everywhere. I believe and I trust only in God. I'll be fine. Three drip on one hand. Let's see. And it's swollen. I had to remove everything. Let's put it on the other hand. It's 8:37 in the morning. Guys, I wish I could take a video on how they were, rushing with me from the floor that I was to the operation room. I didn't know what was happening. They were just making calls, gave me the white dress to wear. So guys, nothing got better. We're actually going to the operation room now. All dressed for that. It's very serious. They have to save my life right now. They have to save the life of the child, that I'm having pre-eclampsia. And if it gets to the point that I have eclampsia, it's going to affect my lungs and it's going to affect the child. So I'm going to die and the child is going to die. God forbid that did not happen. So they were very fast. They took me immediately to the operation room. They gave me the anesthesia. They gave me anesthesia on my back. the middle, I don't know how to call it, but the middle bone immediately. Then every down here was numb, and then they operated me immediately. And guys, that's just how it happened. And thinking about all of this and hearing funny stories out there, you know, the same person who put you into this situation tries to turn the situation around and make you feel like, no, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. But I I understand this as psychopath. I understand this as a narcissist, and if you've never dealt with one, man, if you just pray one never comes your way, because no situation to them is gonna be their fault. No situation, even at the point when you're dying, they'll still try to turn it around and make it be like it's your fault. Because I remember when I was still in the operation room, this guy had to call my parents and told them, oh, the Maurice, they just operated the Maurice. The Maurice has taken a lot of alcohol, which has actually destroyed her, blah blah blah. You know, they couldn't put the real story, because they don't want my parents to feel like, okay, I've maltreated this girl to the extent where she became so depressed and had to go through this, you know. So they try to turn the story around and be like, oh, it's Damaris's fault. But guys, this is exactly the truth about what happened to me. This is the truth about how I gave birth. This is the truth about how I became depressed. This is the truth about everything. I stayed in the hospital for a week, because I went to the hospital, I think on the 1st or on the 2nd of December. Then I gave birth on the 9th of December. So I was monitored for about a week, and all those days I managed to do some videos which you all have seen. And with the doctor's result, like after they gave me the reason why all of this happened and so on, because I was stressed, I had high blood pressure, and it led to pre-eclampsia, and they had to just do something about it to save my life. And I thank God that today I'm alive. I thank God that my child is alive, healthy, and I thank God for our life. So guys, if you're hearing any stupid thing out there, it's not the truth. This is the truth.